This is going to be more advanced stuff, and I'm going to do more stuff on forms and stances, but I just had to get this stuff down. Basically as it comes, as I'm training. So I was playing around with some sort of, basic sort of movements, just to warm up the shoulders type stuff, this sort of stuff. All this sort of stuff, right? And then that moved into this sort of stuff, really bringing stuff up and stuff in, right? Now, my background being Bajiquan, as you know, there's stomping movements, right? Now there's a bit of a breathing Qigong sequence in Baji where you strike the body, right? There's lots of different stuff going on, breathing and stuff. I'm not going to go right into it now, but I guess because it's sort of in my DNA in that way, in my martial art DNA, I started thinking about the Roo Fist sort of stuff, right? So yeah, let's say we've got a movement up here, and then I can bring it into this stomp, which is more like this powerful Roo sort of movement, because it's connected to really powerful push-pull, like Bajiquan, like no give sort of power strikes, not the rapid fast stuff that you're used to seeing, but more really powerful, in close to the body, no give strikes. And so this is sort of starting like, so I came out this way into the double Roo Fist forearm strike. You could like grab in here and just have a sequence, but just dropping, even with the slam, which is, it's sort of like a stationary practice of like getting G-force, or almost like when I strike the trees and stuff, getting that that immovable force type thing, because the ground, you can't move the ground, obviously. And the stomping, well, it generates leg strength, bone strength, density, all this sort of stuff. But here, right, so I'll do it this way. You could have one arm coming up here, this one pulling in and down, sort of elbowing down, and then this one coming up, and then just getting that, because then when you move it into a forwards movement, or it's dropping the weight, so the weight, when you drop it, rather than just like slamming it down, it should be actually fairly relaxed, like, when you go down the flight of stairs, it should be like type stuff. Obviously, for the faster you do it, the more power it's going to have. When you do these, there's like a grab on here, like a, that's going in the sideways stance, but, and my Baji's like, I'm not training it all the time, so when I train it more, it becomes more pronounced. And it's not going to take over the style, but it's just such a powerful and beautiful style, pulling someone in here into that elbow, that there's no give. And I think the way I'm doing the Roo Fist and the way it's all sort of contracted and tight, it's adding even more power to that. Like, yeah, Baji's like really, like, say if I was doing a movement here, it's like hugely explosive, contracts and expands, because it's not meant to be all the 8 energies, or in Chinese understanding, like exploding out. So when you do a movement and like everything, and you think of it as your feet, your knees, your hips, your elbow, everything exploding out. But yeah, that's about it. I just wanted to cover that so I could get the idea down. But the idea is just this dropping, and it could be for like isometric sort of stuff, coming up, you know, coming in, all this isometric sort of stuff, but this exploding out, or it could even be exploding out with the fists here, you know, drop, raise up, drop, could even drop one leg, raise up, drop it, just working on stuff. But again, they're hip width type stationary power drills, but it does transfer into like moving that explosive power moving sort of stuff. So anyway, that's about it.